Oops, hold on. There we go. We are on, yes. Okay, there we are. Technicalities here. Hi, guys. Okay, let me get my microphone on. Hold on one second. Thank you for those who are here and tuned in. We're going to wait for a few more people, guys, all right? And then we'll get into it. So, Cameron, lower that volume over there. Okay. Hello, everyone. Yeah, give it a second. I turned it around. Give it a second. Yep. Yeah, I realize that. Yep. Hello, hello. We're going to just wait for a few more minutes, guys, so more folks can join in. Hope you are all doing well wherever you are tuning in from. So it is 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time where I'm at. Hi, Allison. How are you? So we're going to wait for a few more minutes, guys, just so we can get a little bit more folks tuning in. Hello, hello, everyone. Feel free to let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Always love to see that. So if this is your first time, definitely let us know where you're watching from. And thank you for joining us. So this live stream, it's a little bit different from the Wednesday ones that I do. The ones on Wednesday, we call them, hi Lou, we call them Super Chat Wednesdays because it's basically through a Super Chat donation that you're able to get a mini reading during that live stream. First time from Miami. Hi, Daniela. Thank you guys so much for being here. So today is different in that I do a general reading. G-O or go. Hi there. Thank you for tuning in. So the Thursday one, it's different, especially if this is your first time watching, because what I like to do is, and what I've been doing for the previous live streams is we'll grab some letters and I'll tap into some names, pick up some zodiacs, we'll pull some physical features, descriptions to give you an idea as to who is thinking of you or who you might be thinking about for the messages that I'm able to tap into for this live stream. And towards the end of this live stream, so we'll probably be on for about an hour or so, I'll go ahead and choose 2 people at the end of this live stream to do a mini reading for. Okay, so if this is your first time and you don't really want to stick around to the end to watch other people get a mini reading, that's fine. So let's wait maybe a couple more minutes for more people to show up, and then we'll get started. Hi, Mamie. Hi, Esther. Hi, Nina. So nice to see everybody here. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know, too, if this is your first time. It's always nice to see new viewers and hopefully subscribers. So we'll just give it a couple more minutes. So we've got letters, zodiacs. We'll grab some physical features, descriptions as to who is thinking of you, and then we'll get into the general collective reading. And then let me know too if you guys want me to take a look at abundance, money matters, finances, and we can tap into that too. And for those who are watching for the first time, thank you for being here. And then we'll do the yes/no answers prior to me choosing 2 people to receive their personal mini reading. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so I'm going to start with the letters, guys, to give you an indication of who's thinking of you or who you are thinking about. So I was guided to pull from 2 different decks, and we could very well have duplicate letters. Some people have 2 letters in their name. It could be you and your person having the same name as well. Boston, nice. All right, so let's get into it. Let's grab some letters. That could be a part of your name, your person's name, a combination of the 2 of you. All right, angels and spirit guides, please, for those who are tuned in. Who's thinking about you? Who is thinking about you? We have a U. We have a K. This is interesting. This letter, this deck was not supposed to be part of this one, but it was in there somehow. Wanted to be a part of the reading. So V. Somebody could also be from the UK. My husband is actually British, so he's from the UK. That's interesting. So if anyone's from the UK or maybe, okay, that's crazy. We have another V. It's not crazy. I mean, Spirit knows what they're doing. We have an O. So double V. I'm from the UK. Oh, wonderful. Hi, Nina. Thank you so much for tuning in from the UK. Let's grab another letter from here, and then we'll grab one from the other deck. So D. Okay, so UK, double V, O, and a D. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some letters from the other deck and see if we end up getting additional duplicates here. We have an E. So definitely play around with these letters, especially if it's jumping out at you. We could also have, for example, 2 people who have V names like Vincent or Veronica or Valerie, you know, things of that similarity. We have a P. Let's grab a few more letters, and then we'll grab some zodiacs here. We have an F. Okay. Okay, guys. Do you see this? Triple V? What is up with that? So if that makes sense, definitely note that down in the comments. That would be interesting. Okay. Let's grab maybe a couple more. I mean, how many times can we see the letter V in this reading? We have an L. Let's grab one more. And then we have M. All right, so if any of these letters make sense for the collective, definitely something coming through with V presenting itself here. So hopefully that makes sense for some of you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the zodiacs for this reading. All right, so we could also end up getting duplicates or triplicates. So Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. That V is not good news. Yeah, we'll see. All right, here we go. Zodiacs, we're starting with Leo. So again, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for yourself or the person you're thinking about. We have Cancer. We also have Taurus. Let's grab 3 more signs. We have Capricorn. Okay, there's our 3. Or, well, I can't even count today. Pisces. We do have double Taurus coming through here. So let's grab one more zodiac. And we have Aquarius. So one thing I love about this particular deck is on the back of the cards, it's got something to focus on. So as you can see here for Taurus, we've got health and then birthstones. So if this relates to you, I can't even pronounce this, chrysocolla, I'm butchering that, provides soothing healing that comforts when you feel worn. So if you're tapped out, if you're worn out right now, Taurus, it might actually be affecting your health. Okay, so this could actually be very helpful for you. Emerald enhances your tenacity, rejuvenation, and guardianship. So there's something tied into that for Tauruses, if that makes sense for any of you guys. For Leo, this is also another health card. Lithium quartz will help you avoid anger-related issues by keeping your emotions balanced. For Cancer, also health. So maybe there's something tied into health matters right now. Doesn't have to be a physical ailment. It could be mental as well. So it does say rose quartz will release any pent-up congestion and emotional tension. So that's coming through for Cancer. For Aquarius, it's all about love. Iolite will stimulate your imagination and point your heart in the best direction. So maybe there's something related to your love life right now that is of concern to you. Okay, and of course we'll look into that when it comes to the messages. Okay, Capricorn, birthstone. So garnet enhances your aptitude, esteem, and patience. So if right now, if you happen to be Capricorn or are thinking of a Capricorn, maybe there's something going on there as far as somebody who needs to build up their self-esteem, as well as having the patience to see a particular situation through. And then for Pisces, we've got birthstones. Aquamarine enhances your instinct, dreams, and faith. So if any of these messages and zodiac signs are playing a role in your connection, maybe there's something significant in the messages that we're able to pull up here today. All right, so let's get into some physical features. And I know that those who regularly tune into the Thursday live streams, you've seen me use this deck before, but for our newbies, let's go ahead and see. So this is focused on physical features specifically, but it also has zodiac signs as well in this deck. So let's see. Okay, so we do have native. Okay, that could pertain to somebody here. This one always comes through for some reason. Ombre hair. What other descriptions for the collective? We have crooked nose. Okay. Somebody could have dark skin tone, be dark complected. Again, any of these could also be describing you. Hi, Bill. Oh, you just found out about the live stream. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Okay. Let's grab some more. Yeah, I had to adjust the time that I normally do these. I just literally started a new job today, which is why I'm having to cut back on the extended readings that I did on Patreon, because it just really takes up so much time. So working and YouTube and Patreon, it was just a bit much. I would have had to clone myself. So that's why we're doing more live streams, giving me the opportunity to interact with you guys on a weekly basis. So I'm really glad you guys are here. All right, so somebody could have braids. Lip piercing. Okay, so a lip piercing could make sense for some of you, but they could have piercings anywhere, not necessarily just the lip area. Let's grab some more descriptions. We've got dimples. Somebody could have dimples here. And my daughter Cameron is here helping me out, so she's in charge of the comments if you guys have questions. So we do have Capricorn showing up. So something significant for Capricorn here. Bohemian. Okay, somebody could be Bohemian or have a Bohemian style. Somebody's got brown eyes here. Let's grab a few more and then we'll grab some additional insight from the other deck here. Casual dresser, perhaps. And obviously, you know, there's so many descriptions to the collective and for people that we're thinking about. This is just kind of a fun little intro to what we can tap into for the messages. Interesting, we've got braids and twists. Okay, so that could be a description for yourself or, of course, the person you're thinking about. So let's grab maybe a half a dozen more here. We've got signs popping up. We've got Aries, Capricorn, as we can see right there. Somebody could have wavy hair also. And that doesn't necessarily have to be female. It could be a male as well. So let's grab maybe 4 more cards from here. Rosy skin tone. Somebody's got big eyes. Okay, somebody could really find your eyes to be very attractive. Brown eyes, big eyes. Let's grab a couple more. Somebody could have black hair or brunette, you know, dark hair. Doesn't necessarily have to be jet black or anything like that. Let's grab one more. All right, and we've got average lips. Bottom of the deck, we do have curly hair. Okay, so hopefully some of these descriptions make sense for those who are tuned in. All right, so let's move on to the next set of cards, which we're continuing to take a look at possibilities as to who's thinking about you, and then we'll grab some messages, of course. All right, here we go. So a lot of these cards, some of them say your future love, especially if you're single, if you're not with anyone at this point and you're just really wanting to know if love is on the horizon. It could certainly be giving you a description as to who is thinking about you. Okay. And for those, of course, who might be in separation from somebody, it could also be describing that person. All right, so let's grab some. Let's see. Your person loves to eat and has a great appetite for love and life. You know, that could be something that you guys really enjoy doing. You guys could be foodies or just really enjoying each other's company through a good meal. All right, let's see. Your person will be younger than you. That doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a huge age gap, but take that if it applies, whether you know they're younger than you or you could even be the younger counterpart here. So there could be either a substantial age gap or somebody's the younger counterpart. Look at this. Your person wants to marry you someday. So let's just say you're single right now and you don't have anybody in your life and you're just really hoping to find that kind of love. And you absolutely have the potential to make that love connection where it could lead towards marriage. Allison, have a huge age gap. Ah, okay. And yes, loves to eat. Yes, he is younger. Okay, I love to see that. All right, so that's coming through. Let's grab a few more. Very romantic. Okay, that's nice if they really are. Or again, if you're single, you could connect with somebody who could be very romantic. Interesting. Your person will be older than you. So it depends, guys, on how it's playing out in your life. As far as age, younger, older, there's a variance there. Could either be a big one or just a few years. Okay. Tall, dark, and delicious. So it's interesting how we started off with a great appetite and now we've got tall, dark, and delicious. And we did end up getting a card that somebody could be dark complected. All right, so take that if it makes sense. Let's grab a few more. You and your ideal mate will find true happiness. I love that. You know, you're destined for happiness, whether you're missing somebody in separation from someone. Maybe you've already found happiness. Okay. If you're single, you have the capability to find that. Let's grab a couple more and then we'll get into the messages. Your ideal partner will have a sweet tooth. Okay, this is so interesting. So the job that I started today is as a cake decorator. And for those who don't know, I've been reading cards for about 30 years, but my folks were in the food industry, so deli, bakery, grew up in that industry. And so I actually had a bakery business for about 17 years. Pandemic hits and everything went to hell. And so that business is no more. And so it's one of those situations where I was not looking for a job. And one of my friends who owns a bakery reached out to me and said, hey, we're looking for a cake decorator. You want a job? I'm like, sure. Let me see how I can fit that into my YouTube channel and everything else going on. But I did it. And here we are. And I just find it so interesting that somebody here might actually have a sweet tooth. Somebody could be a baker. Somebody could really love desserts, or maybe that's something that you guys actually enjoy. And then, you know, we've got the reference to great appetite, delicious. There's something tied into food, desserts, sweet tooth, you know, all of that coming through here. So I find that really interesting. Let's grab one more. You will meet your ideal partner at the movies. I mean, that could be a possibility for some of you, of course, especially my singles. For some of you guys, maybe that's how you guys met, or somebody works at a theater, something along those lines. Let's grab two more. Your person loves you with all their heart. I actually love that, considering we did get very romantic. So romantic and somebody who really is giving their heart fully to you. I mean, that's really nice. So if you have yet to find that, know that it's possible. And if you're in separation from somebody, maybe we'll have to see what the tarot brings in, but they could still really love you regardless of what's going on. All right, so we'll tap into some messages. Let's grab one more. Somebody who loves animals, or maybe you have a pet, they have a pet, and just somebody also who could work with animals, maybe a veterinarian. Okay, so if that makes sense, guys, those are the messages this time. All right, let's get into some messages focused on the connection. And thank you everybody who's here. All right, so I've been standing this whole time. Let me sit. All right, here we go. So we'll start with current energies, okay, and what's happening. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, for everybody that's here, watching, wherever you are at, thank you for being here. Your presence is appreciated. All right, here we go. So current energies for the connection. Angels and spirit guides, please, what's going on? What's happening? What do we need to know? Somebody wants to reach out. Okay, so let's just say you guys haven't talked in a while. No interaction, no communication, no texting, no phone calls, nothing. So this is somebody who's maybe thinking about you, wanting to either apologize if something happened between the two of you, wanting to talk. Maybe they miss talking to you. Okay, let's see. Look at this. Somebody wants a second chance here, but this is the next card. We have caution, and that's followed by the fact that they still want you. They want to reach out. They want to return, possible reconciliation. They want a second chance, but this could possibly be an indication of red flags that you need to watch out for. Clearly, this is telling you here that they still desire you and want you. Okay, but we got to be mindful of what that is talking about. So let's get into the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for those tuned in, what do we need to know about this connection? So, of course, this is pertaining to those of you who are in separation. This is maybe an ex who wants a second chance with you. Maybe this red flag could be an indication of why you guys broke up to begin with. Maybe it took them losing you in order to realize that they still want you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, what do we need to know here? And again, my daughter is monitoring the comments. Let us know if this makes sense. So Cameron, let me know. Some of you guys might be focused on a twin flame situation where you guys are in separation. We've got the Four of Wands right here. However, this is a possible reconciliation. There is a reunion that is possible with this card. And if part of the reason why you guys broke up to begin with was because the foundation of the relationship wasn't very strong, or it was rocky due to complications or challenges that you guys have dealt with, part of their desire here of wanting this second chance and wanting to reach out is because they still want to be a part of your life. Yep. So that's actually a great card. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Nine of Cups. Okay, so really, whatever this caution is, or whatever that red flag is, or matter of concern, just these three cards alone, it's letting us know that things can still turn around. This right here obviously represents a very good energy. It's good luck. It's good karma. Maybe you guys are still destined to find your way back to each other. I mean, they're clearly telling you here they want you. You know, they see you as their dream or their wish come true. Part of what it is that they desire here is to realize this dream, to be with you again. And I have a feeling, especially if you happen to be divine feminine in the relationship, because this is the next card. We've got the Empress, which happens to represent Taurus. So, Taurus, hold on. Taurus. So, if that makes sense for you, if you've got Taurus in your chart, doesn't have to be sun sign, especially divine feminine. So, if this situation, let's just say you're in separation from your masculine right now. Maybe you're not talking to them. Maybe you're not interacting with them and it's starting to affect your health. You have the power to be able to rejuvenate yourself. You're coming in as the Empress. And if you're not in that type of energy, this is perhaps a reason for you to tap into that energy, to be able to build up your confidence, to be able to tap into who you represent as the Empress. Now, some of you guys either already had a child or children together. You could have a family from a previous partnership. So if it's not actually this person who wants a second chance, you know, that's tied into fertility, pregnancy. Okay, so if that makes sense. It could also be an indication that if you guys come back together and they still see you as their wish come true, they want to be able to share a family or start a family with you. They clearly want you. We see that here. Okay, so I just found it so interesting. We had so many references to Taurus. Divine feminine, you're also coming in as the Queen of Cups. Okay, so some of you could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The Queen of Cups is known to be very compassionate, very intuitive. So I really feel, and oh my gosh, this has been coming through so much in my readings, where the divine feminine has to tap into your inner knowing, your inner voice, your gut instinct, your heart, your intuition. You know, sometimes we don't trust our intuition. Sometimes we question what we're feeling. And this is really telling you here very loudly, you have to trust what your heart is telling you. You got to trust what this caution is, what that red flag is. Because as nice as all this is, there's a reason why you guys broke up, why you guys are not together or are not in contact right now. So even though there's a part of you that wants reconciliation and all of that looks wonderful and fantastic, and we clearly see it's possible, you don't want to get yourself entangled in a situation where they really haven't learned the lesson, or maybe they're just coming through breadcrumbing you. You got to be empowered as the Empress to not accept that. You know, I hope that makes sense. And this could be the drama. This could be the caution right here with the moon. Some of you guys could be Pisces. You could be focused on a Pisces. Nevertheless, this is somebody who could have been deceptive somehow. It may or may not have been a third-party situation. That's not everybody's story. But whatever this deceptive energy is, that could be what this is, kind of cautioning you to tread ever so gently, ever so lightly towards the situation. Because sometimes, you know, when we want that reconciliation and you actually see it manifesting in your life, you know, it's like, oh, okay, they're coming back. Yes, you know, and then just think about it for a second. It's like, why do you need a reconciliation to begin with? Why are you guys broken up to begin with? What were the challenges? What were the obstacles that broke you guys up to begin with? If you can actually look at that situation and can trust in your heart that the person you're allowing back in isn't bringing that drama with them, then absolutely this has the capability to be an amazing connection. Okay, so just got to be mindful of that. And I really feel it for my feminines, because we do have these two cards representing the divine feminine. But a new beginning nonetheless. Okay, this requires action, probably from the masculine, okay, to bring in that new beginning. And, you know, typical interpretation of the Fool is taking that leap of faith and going for it, you know. But they could have also done some pretty foolish things in the past, too. You could be dealing with an Aquarian here. So we've got the Six of Swords. This is all about moving on, releasing past baggage, transitioning away from that. But that does not necessarily mean you're meant to take somebody back. Because for some of you guys, this moving on is for you. to just move on, let this one go, because maybe you deserve better than what they offered you, especially if it was just breadcrumbs, you know? But if this person reaches out and they're really showing you they mean business, they are fully invested, they care for you legitimately, there's no third party, there's no drama on the side, then through moving on from the past, maybe you guys really can find fulfillment through a new beginning. And I absolutely love, love, love how we've got the Magician coming up after that. Manifestation. So whether you're single, whether you are in separation, whether you are together but going through some stuff right now, this right here gives you guys the ability to have a very positive outcome in your situation, in your circumstances, regardless of what's going on, you know? And for those who are in separation, the Magician can represent a rekindled partnership, a rekindled romance. So yes, we started off with the Four of Wands, okay? A strong foundation. This right here could be a twin flame connection for those of you that relate to that, but it doesn't have to be. And it represents a strong foundation that can be restored. So if you guys, for example, had a fallen out or you had a tower moment and everything just went to hell, you guys can rebuild. You guys can rebuild that and have a much stronger foundation right here with that Four of Wands. You know, it really does represent harmony in your relationship. For those of you who are together and going through stuff, if you live together, this can restore the happiness in the home. It can represent a happy companionship, partnership, marriage, all of those things that we would want. And it's right next to the Wheel of Fortune. So as you can see here, the turn of events, it looks pretty good. And that's right next to the Nine of Cups. So even though this seems to be one of those situations where you guys have been through some ups and downs, the progression of what I'm seeing here is that you guys can move on from that and you can overcome the difficulties of what you've been through. Okay, the only caveat with that and the only warning that I would have with these messages is this, that caution, that red flag. So you got to trust your heart, your gut when it comes to taking somebody back, because even if it's just a little tinge of that red flag, that little, I don't know, that feeling like, you know, I'm not sure. Take your time until you are sure, because you might come to the realization that it's not worth revisiting that, or it's worth taking a second chance on it. And that comes down to you trusting what you're feeling in your heart. Okay? Always trust that, because you can't go wrong as long as you trust that. All right, so hopefully that made sense for somebody out there. Cameron, did that make sense for somebody out there? Yeah? Okay. And one of these days, I swear, I will change my monitor so I can actually see the comments. All right. So if you did not relate to that, let's grab another set of cards and let's see what else is going on for those who are tuned in. And again, thank you guys for being here. It's much appreciated. Thank you, Lou. Okay. Here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for those who are here needing guidance, what else do we need to know when it comes to love, life, whatever needs to come through here? Please offer us the advice that is needed at this time. Fertility, interesting, because that's picking up off of the Empress, okay, that we have already seen. So Divine Feminine, this can, of course, be focused on pregnancy, family, things of that nature. Okay, so if, let's just say you're wanting to start a family, maybe that's why it's coming through. Let's see what else. Oh my goodness, look at this. Divine timing. So if you want to start a family, it's going to happen when it's meant to happen. So let's just say you've been trying for a while with you and your partner and it hasn't been happening. This right here is telling us that it will eventually happen, but it's going to take some time maybe. So it's one of those things where you got to just maybe forget about it for a minute or just de-stress and stop trying, and it'll eventually happen. Okay, so for some reason that wanted to come out, and I know that's very specific, so I'm going to go ahead and choose different messages. Hopefully that makes sense for somebody. All right, let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know at this time? Music soothes the soul. Okay, so for those of you who like to listen to music, especially to calm you, to calm your anxieties, your fears, can be very relaxing. So maybe that's part of the advice that you're being given at this time. Let's see what else. Battle. Okay, so what I'm kind of feeling here is if you have been maybe arguing with somebody, or you guys just aren't on the same page, you guys are butting heads, and maybe you feel like you're at an impasse, you guys are at a stalemate, maybe this is a part of the advice to just listen to some music to calm you so that you can really think things through. And the next card after that is confusion. Okay, so if somebody's giving you mixed signals, for example, maybe just listen to some music that'll just kind of de-stress you. So whether this is pertaining to love or some other aspect of your life, hopefully there's something here that will clear up that confusion. You and your person could be on very different pages, or again, they could be giving you mixed signals, which is why you're confused. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. What else do we need to know? Somebody could also be a musician or be very gifted as a singer, play an instrument. Look at that. Six of Swords. So there's something here, guys, where you're being directed to move forward. Okay? That's coming through for some reason. And remember, it came through earlier. So Six of Swords, moving on, releasing past baggage. There's a transition here that you're being directed towards. And it could be one of those situations where it's not even worth putting in the effort to keep fighting with somebody or to keep fighting for something or someone. You know, maybe it's one of those things where you got to let it go. If it really isn't meant for you, then you would gain the clarity that's needed to see if it really is meant for you, because there would be no need for you to be confused about this situation. Look at this. Seven of Swords, deception and lies. Oy. Three of Swords, love triangle. Heartbreak, separation, the Tower, some sort of upheaval. Yeah, that freaking battle right there. Somebody hurt you here. This was challenging. And so it's one of those things where, and I'm just going to instinctively pick up off of this, what I'm guided to tell you is there's something here that you need to let go of. If it really is meant to return and be a part of your life, then it will be. It's not something that you're meant to fight for. If they really want to be with you, then they have to fight for you. Because look at all this. Okay, this right here, it's challenging. Seven of Swords is a betrayal and some sort of deception going on here. You know, if you're having to fight for someone's attention, if they're not putting you first, then you're being directed to let it go, move on. Because if they don't appreciate you for what you're bringing to the relationship, they're just going to end up hurting you. Or you're caught in the middle of this whole drama of love triangles and third-party situation. If you haven't already had that Tower moment, this is where you're headed. If you don't transition away from this and just kind of focus on yourself maybe, or focus elsewhere. And I know that it's not easy. Okay, you've got the Strength card right here. Okay, and you know, when we get too comfortable in our situation, or sometimes we get so used to the pain and the misery that we forget what it's like to be happy. So trust the direction that you're being guided. Okay, and if you're not feeling very strong right now, this is a reminder that you really are a lot stronger than you might even realize or give yourself credit for. Okay, tap into your inner strength. It's there. And I know it's not easy. Nine of Wands, You know, if you take a look at the image of this card, we've got some dark clouds right there. This person, pretty distraught. They've had their heart broken, but the sun will come out again. Even though you've been through something super difficult, somebody that hurt you, broke your heart, made you cry, however way that played out in your life, just know that things will improve. But in order for things to improve, you got to change things up. You know, switch up the story, because you don't have to saturate yourself in this storyline. You're meant for better. You absolutely are meant for better. And this is simply confirming that you've been struggling. Five of Pentacles. Maybe this person left you out in the cold. Okay. Some of you guys could also be struggling financially. Take that if it makes sense. But there was a breakup here. Something very painful. It hurt like freaking hell. But just know that you will heal from this. In a way, the universe is directing this path that you are on to get you away from all this drama and take you here. Wheel of Fortune. So don't worry, things will get better. This represents a cycle of change. Even though you've had a string of crappy luck, things are going to get better. It will. Look at this. Here's the clarity. I love this. I love it. Ow. I'm getting too excited. Okay, so Ace of Swords. This is the clarity. There's the confusion. So don't worry. It will clear up. It will clear up. It's going to get better. Okay? Just know that. You deserve better than all this drama right here. So if we could just clear out all this drama right here, that's representing the confusion and the battle. And all you need to do is move forward, let it go, welcome in the changes, welcome in the new beginning and the new chapter. This right here is actually empowering you to cut people out of your life that did not treat you right. You don't ever have to put up with that. So that's the message. Wow. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So let's move on to some yes/no answers. So any of you guys that have a particular love question, career question, anything that you have in mind. So I think today we'll do 6 of them. Let's see, Allison, I'm not fighting, but I do have faith. I'm good either way, though. That's good to hear. All right, so let's go ahead and allow you guys the opportunity to get some answers here. All right, here we go. So if you have a love question, career question, health question, whatever it is, go ahead and ask your question. You can either say it out loud, you can think about it, you can concentrate on it. And if the answer happens to not be favorable, the way I see, especially no answers, the way I see it, it's either not the right time for something to happen, or yes?
Will I be in a relationship with a new person?
Okay, who is that for? Nina. Okay, towards the end of this live stream, I will be choosing 2 people to receive a personal mini. So give me 1 second, I'll get to that, and then we'll grab information. What's that? Oh, I see. I see. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what was that question? Sorry.
Will I be in a relationship with a new person?
Oh, I see. Okay, so sorry about that, Nina. I misunderstood. All right, so if that is your question, you can go ahead and just concentrate on it, and let's see what the response is. Unless you want me to look into that for the mini if I end up choosing. Okay, I was not ready. All right, here we go. Question number 1, guys. So as I was saying, if you do get a no response or even a yes response, could be concerning, you know. What was I saying? The way I see it, either timing is off or you are meant for better. You are meant for something greater. Okay, so here we go. Question number 1 is a no. Okay, and that doesn't have to be a negative. It could simply be telling you that it's not the right time. Okay, all right, so if you have a second question, go for it. Focus on it, concentrate on it. And let's take a look and see what is the answer. Angels and spirit guides, please, for those who are here, the answer to question number 2 is, we have a no as well. Okay, so for now we're getting no's. If you have a third question, go for it. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, for those who are here and tuned in, what is the answer? So of course your question has to be able to be answered in a yes or no response. Question number 3, what is the answer? Wow, we're on a roll here. We've got no, 3 no's. Okay, so hopefully that hasn't discouraged you if it's something that you're really hoping for, but again, maybe timing's a little bit off here, or this is the universe's way of just telling you you deserve better. Okay, so question number 4, if you have a fourth question. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. Question number 4. Finally, a yes. Hopefully that is a positive yes response. Okay. All right, so for those who have a 5th yes, no question, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, for those who are tuned in. We have another yes. Okay, so 3 no's and then we have 2 yeses. So let's grab one more answer for those who have a 6th question. All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please. What is the answer for question number 6 for the collective, for those who have a 6th question about anything and everything? Look at this, guys. We have 3 yeses, 3 no's, 3 yeses. So it's split down the middle. All right, so hopefully that makes sense for you, or at least giving you an indication of what's to come or what's not to come, or what pertains to your question. All right, guys. So now I'm going to go ahead and choose a couple of people to do a reading for, and give me a second so I can actually gather that information. So if you haven't already, go ahead and ask your question. Basically what I need are names, sun signs, a super brief background on your situation, and one simple question for me to focus on. Okay, so give me 1 second. We're going to read through the comments, and I'm going to step away for 1 second, and I'm going to head over to my daughter's desk and see what's going on. 1 second. Okay. Okay. Daniel. Person on my return, please. He is an Aries. He's an Aries. They have children. Okay. Okay, hold on 1 second. Will the person on my mind return to me? We have children. Okay. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. I'm just writing this stuff down. Okay. Where is it? Okay, I see it. Okay. So choose one more person. Okay. All right, so Danielle Poynton. Okay. Will the person on my mind return to me, please? He is an Aries. We have children. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me gather my decks here and we'll see. Okay. All right, so focusing on your situation, Danielle, here we go. And then I will choose one more person after this. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Danielle. Actually, Danielle, what is your Aries person's first name, if you don't mind? Just a first name is fine. Thank you, Allison. Thank you for being here and tuning in. So I'm just waiting for a first name here. Okay. Nathan. All right. Thank you. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Nathan, Aries. Focusing on the connection with Danielle. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please. What do we need to know here? All right, so taking a look at Nathan's energies. Nathan, Aries, and the connection with Danielle, angels and spirit guides, please. What is his energy? What's going on with Nathan here? Well, he's in the shadow, okay? He's dealing with some issues. Here's the family, the children that you guys share. So what's going on there? What is going on? He's overwhelmed. He's overloaded. Whenever I see this, it reminds me of somebody who feels like they're running out of time to get something going in their life. I don't know if that pertains to the actual relationship itself, the children, the family, something else going on in his life. Now, this says greed. I don't know if he's actually greedy with his money, since we've got this image of this gentleman with money. But this could also be somebody who's greedy with their time and energy. So if he is not interacting with you in any way, shape, or form, it could be that he's spending that time with other people. You know, being very greedy with what he wants, what he needs, not so much concerned with what's going on with you and the family. Because somebody who's in the shadows, you know, this could actually be Nathan's energies, where doing some shadow work would actually be very beneficial for him. The practice of healing certain behaviors that might be self-sabotaging his progress in his life, as well as the relationship with you. Look at the next card. We've got Sacred Union. And that's followed by freedom. So right now, and I don't know if you guys were actually married, or obviously you guys have children, you were in a committed partnership. He's not wanting to get his hands tied right now. He wants his freedom. So let's grab some tarot. Let's see what's going on here. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Danielle and the connection with Nathan, Aries. Is there a possibility for a reconciliation here? Let's take a look. We do have the Eight of Wands, which represents fast movement. Okay. This is interesting. We've got the Magician. So if he really wants it, he can manifest that reconciliation and bring the family back together. Right now, I just kind of feel from him, because he wants his freedom. He doesn't want to get his hands tied. He doesn't want to commit to the family or to you. He's feeling overwhelmed for some reason. So I don't even know if his family might be influencing him somehow through these decisions, or the fact that he's just not ready to be that person that you need him to be. This right here could represent the fact that you guys are taking a break from the relationship, there's healing for sure that needs to happen. So even though you guys are not together right now, not in a relationship, not in contact maybe, there is the possibility to restore the partnership, but he's going to have to take action to make that happen. Okay, so it's possible. Ace of Swords, he needs to be able to gain this clarity to realize, you know, whatever is in the shadow for him. I feel he'll eventually be able to break free from that because of the clarity that can be achieved through the Ace of Swords. It's putting him back in a seat of power to actually do something about this to bring you guys back. And I'm actually really happy with the cards coming through here. We've got Temperance. We've got the Ace of Cups. I think you'll be pretty happy with the outcome here. Okay. So we've got the Ace of Cups. You've got the Sun. I hope I'm not off camera. Cameron, am I off camera?
No.
And then we have the 10 of Cups right here. Do you see the progression? Okay, so it's going to take a little bit of time, Danielle, but I really do feel you and Nathan have the opportunity for tremendous happiness, actually. So it's once he clears up whatever is putting him in the shadow here, he needs the clarity through this Ace of Swords to cut that type of energy out so that he can come towards you to restore balance. But it will take time. I feel eventually there will be communication here. There's a really good chance for a reconnection, a reunion, the family coming back into union. This right here, everything ultimately works itself out. Very happy energy. And look at this, 10 of Cups. I mean, there's the family harmony. Everything that you are basically wanting, fulfillment, this dream relationship, coming back together, it's all possible. So even though there are some ups and downs here, and right now he's just not ready to be a part of the family the way you want him to, and to be with you in the way you want him to, eventually when he's ready and he's actually done the work on himself, then there really is the possibility for you guys to come back together. So that to me looks amazing. Okay, so hopefully that offers you advice that at least gives you some hope here that it can still work itself out. Okay, thank you, Danielle, for your question. All right, so let me go ahead and grab one more person here. All right, so give me 1 second and let me read through the comments. All right, so one more person before we wrap it up here. All right, who do we have? Michelle. What does it say? Okay. I can't read this. Okay, Michelle Capricorn. Him, Gemini. Does S want to reconcile with me? Okay. Can I take this? Mm-hmm. Okay. T's intention. Current feelings for me, please. Let me do Lou also. Lou. No T's. Intentions. Current feelings. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. I've decided to do 2, or a total of 3 instead of 2. So Michelle, I'm going to do your reading, and then Lou will take a look at your situation with T. Okay? All right, so let's start. Michelle, Capricorn, your person is a Gemini. Does S want to reconcile? Okay, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on S, whoever represents S, Gemini energy, and the connection with Michelle, Capricorn. Is there a possibility towards reconciliation here? All right, what's S's energy? Okay, intrigued about something. Usually when I see this, and the image of this particular card, it's somebody who's holding a glowing globe, which of course represents the world. So for me, possibly S could be intrigued by somebody outside of the connection, or might already be entertaining. Okay, we've got some trolls we got to get rid of. Cameron, get on it. Thank you, Cecilia. You have a wonderful night as well. All right, Michelle, let's see what else. Focusing on S, Gemini, Faith, okay. We have Takeoff. So this is what I'm already getting, Michelle, when it comes to your Gemini person. I'm just ultimately feeling that because he is in takeoff mode, this is somebody that isn't wanting to commit to the partnership. Maybe he's lost faith in the connection, or he struggles to actually believe that this can work itself out. Bottom of the deck here, we've got Trapped. Okay. So whenever situations, especially his love life, whenever things get a little bit too hairy for him, perhaps, you know, then this is somebody who doesn't want to get their hands tied. This is somebody who doesn't want to feel trapped in a relationship. And if he ever feels that way, then he's out. You know, he's going to take off. Hopefully that makes sense. But let's go ahead and take a look at some tarot here. All right. Someone had a question on Super Chat? Okay. Yeah, usually I think there's a button that you can press on the screen and it allows you to do that. And Super Chats, of course, are much appreciated. All right, so Michelle, let's see. It just seems here that S, your Gemini, is not ready to commit here. But who knows, you know, things can change. So, okay. So your energy is coming in as the Queen of Wands. Fiery passion, and then we have the Five of Cups right after that. So even though you might be totally into S, okay, and clearly you're wanting that reconciliation, and maybe this has been super difficult for you since you guys have been apart. The Five of Cups, you know, as we can see there, it's grief, it's that sense of loss, and maybe that's what you've been going through. Not very easy. More trolls? I don't know as well. And I mean, feel free to mention this in the comments if this makes sense, because the Five of Cups, you know, as we can see here, we've got the 3 cups that have spilled over. Was this a part of a third party? Was this a part of a love triangle? Because he's failing to recognize these 2 cups right here representing the partnership, the love connection, the pull that he has towards you. Not to say that it's not there, but he's clearly in takeoff mode and not wanting to get his hands tied right now, you know? Because look at this. 10 of Cups, that fairy tale ending, that happily ever after, that's what that 2 of Cups represents. The capability to be able to attract this, you know, where you guys can possibly get married someday, come back together and have everything that you could have ever wanted in love and romance. But I feel maybe your Gemini is just failing to recognize this, or not interested in it at this point in time. Now we've got more 5s popping up, so there's some sort of conflict that's representing itself here. So I don't know if you guys had disagreements or arguments or just clashing and not seeing eye to eye, but it's represented there. So it could be one of those situations, Michelle, where, for example, you want marriage, you want everything that you could possibly have in love, as you should, but maybe he's not ready for that and he's not on the same page as you. This is interesting. So 4 of Cups. I don't think he's here yet, but he may very well end up in this direction where you get sick of waiting and hoping and wishing for that reconciliation. And just at that moment when you finally decide, you know what, okay, I've given enough of my time to this person, then that could very well be when he decides to either reach out, wants to reconnect, to see what you're up to. But by that time, it could very well be a missed opportunity. You might have already moved on. with somebody else. Who knows? By the time your Gemini reconnects with you, you could have already gotten that 10 of Cups through somebody else. 9 of Wands is about persistence. So even though you guys are not together right now, this right here could be representing the fact that you have been hurt by the distance and separation, you know. This could also be, especially with the distance and time from S, that he's made you feel unloved, unworthy, unwanted. But this is telling you, regardless of that huge boulder that's coming down towards you, you have the capability and the strength to push that up and overcome it, to be able to find this. Look at that. That's the next card. Okay, so 2 of Cups, true love. So if he does not want to play that role in your life, somebody else will. And it comes down to timing here when it comes to this situation, because ultimately I'm kind of feeling here, he's going to get to a point and a place in his life where he's going to want this and it'll be too late. That's what I'm feeling here. So he can have all of these things with you. He can have that reconciliation. He can have that happily ever after. You could totally be his true love and he can be yours forever. But if he fails to recognize it because he's too focused on these 3 cups right here and not seeing these 2 cups behind him, then it's his loss, not yours. Okay, so it's not impossible for you guys to get back together, but right now he's not ready for that. So it really depends, Michelle, on how long you're willing to give this. You know, if you're okay waiting, then things might ultimately turn around. But, you know, you're not really meant to put your life on hold waiting for this. If it happens, if it presents itself to you, cross that bridge when you get to it. But you're not meant to put your life on hold waiting for that, because you may very well find it without him. Okay, so that's the advice. I hope that helps you out. And thank you so much for being here. All right, so Lou, let's get into your situation here. Yes, that would be great. Yeah, because Lou, your reading is probably the last one I'm going to do for this hour. So, the person that contributed a super chat will definitely give you instructions on how to get your reading. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, so Lou, you're very welcome. Michelle, thank you. All right, Lou. Refresh my memory again, please, on the signs for yourself and T. All right. And actually, Cameron, let's see. Read it to me, that situation for the super chat.
What is my real twin flame feelings and intentions towards me and outcome of the situation coming out of communication?
Okay, if you could just write it down for me, I may just very well knock it out. All right, Lou. Okay, so here we go. So focusing on T's intentions and current feelings for you. Ah, yes. Okay, so Lou Aquarius, right. That's right. Okay. So T's intentions. Let's see. And forgive me because I don't remember what came through for the other one. So if you see some duplicate messages here, maybe there's something tied into that. Angels and spirit guides, please. T's intentions towards Lou Aquarius. Here we go. Okay. So we're starting off with cowardly. Did that come through last time? I don't remember. We have contemplate. So T doing a lot of thinking, but also a little too comfortable hiding behind this mask right here. So I'm kind of feeling, Lou, that T wants to be able to communicate with you, wants to say something, but afraid to do it. Afraid to do it. Okay. So yeah, somebody that comes through with that cowardly energy, he's just unable to say what he needs to say. What is up with that? Okay. What else, please? We have manipulate coming through here, and that's followed by guarded. Okay. So he's got his walls up for some reason, Lou. So let's grab some tarot here. And I kind of am feeling that the issue is within T, you know. I don't think it has anything, it might not even have anything to do with you. He just has some issues that he is dealing with. Might have something to do with prior heartache, relationships that didn't work out, and maybe he's just jaded or something, but he's guarded for some reason. I feel he does think about you, though. You know, like I said, he's got stuff to say to you, but he's not doing it. He's not taking any sort of action. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Lou, Aquarius, and T. Lou's person of interest, intentions, current feelings, please. There's this juggling going on. So things are off balance between the two of you. He needs to basically, Lou, put you as a priority in his life, and he's just not doing it. He's just not doing it. Seven of Wands. Two of Swords. Oh, gee. Five of Swords. Three of Swords. Two of Wands. So somebody else could be in the picture, honestly, which is why things are stuck. We've got that stalemate here, and that's clarified really by both the Seven of Wands as well as the Five of Swords. There's conflict and competition going on here, and then now we've got the Three of Swords, the distance from you, it's hurting you. This represents love triangles, third parties. And at the end of the day, you know, if he really wanted to plan a future with you, he would not need to have his guard up. That's not necessary if he really wanted to invest his time and energy with you. And then we've got the Hangman. And so part of that advice there, Lou, it's telling you in no uncertain terms that there has to be some change here in order for this to even get going, in order for this stuck energy to move, you know. So it really is one of those situations where you gotta let it go. Like, let it go. If it really comes back to you when it comes to tea, it'll happen, not because of anything you will do or are doing. The only thing you need to do here is to let go, because it's one of those things too, like the tighter you hold on to it, the more it's eluding you. You know, it's not coming towards you, because he's clearly got some stuff going on here. Possibly might even be interacting with somebody else. There could be a third party situation here. That's where this conflict and competition and the sneakiness that could be going on. You know, he's still juggling, and he's too much of a coward to just do the right thing, unfortunately. But I do feel he thinks about you. But the thing is, if he were to come towards you, the only thing that he could offer you is drama. And so you are being directed to detach, to let it go. If he really wants to come towards you, if he really wants to be a part of your life, then it falls on T to be able to make all that happen. Okay, so I hope that's helpful, Lou. That's what I'm getting this time. All right, so let me go ahead and do the super chat, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up for this live stream. All right, so let me get that information. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, Sunflower Soul. Okay. What is my Leo Twin Flames feelings and intentions towards me? an outcome of the situation currently. Okay. All right.
There's some sign for me.
Yes, please. All right, last one for the evening. And thank you everybody that has tuned in. All right, so for Super Chat, the person that I will be doing. Okay, so you're Leo. Twin Flames feelings and intentions towards you on the outcome of the situation. Currently not in communication. All right, so let's get into it. Let's see. If you could please provide me with the sun signs for yourself, since we see the Leo twin flame. And then we'll get into it. I do. Yeah. Their sun sign, I already see their twin flame is a Leo. Okay. Is your twin flame a divine masculine? I don't want to assume. All right. And if you could please provide your first name, that would be great. Okay, Taurus. All right, will do. All right, let's get into that. And what is your first name, please? That would be helpful. Okay. So twin flame is a Leo. All right, let's get into it. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Leo, the twin flame in this connection. What is going on with your twin flame? Okay, so what's the update, Cameron? Name? Okay. All right, what is going on with the Shanice? All right, thank you very much. All right, so the Leo twin flame, focusing on the connection with Shanice, Taurus. Let's see what's going on. Whoa, no doubt this is your twin flame. Okay, I mean, obviously you already knew that. So let's see what is going on with your twin. Wow, I love that when that happens. Okay, so we have peace. Perhaps your twin is most at peace when they are with you. Let's see. You represent something serene. I think Bev had a question. Okay. We're actually wrapping it up with this last reading, Bev, but if you wanted to either wait until next Wednesday or Thursday, we have them every week for the live streams. Kaim? You're welcome, Lou. Thank you. How do you spell that? Let me see.
Oh, she rejected.
Okay.
Okay. We're going after that.
Okay. All right. Let me focus here. All right. So what we have clearly seen is the twin flame connection here. This is interesting, though, that we've got the friendship card popping up.
Serene?
Who is Serene?
Serene for him.
Serene. Okay, Serene for him. Okay. Is Serene his name? Your twin flame? Just want to confirm that. I mean, regardless of his name, we're tapping into that energy. All right, so let's see here. We do have secrets popping up, though. Okay, so let's see what's going on there to dig a little bit deeper into the situation here. So no doubt you guys are coming through as twin flames. Instinctively, you know that. You guys could have also started off as the best of friends. However, what I am also picking up intuitively here is that he might even have a secret friendship with somebody here, okay, that he's not exactly sharing this with you maybe, or you might have found out that he was keeping secrets from you. I don't know if there was infidelity here. Can you clarify that, if there was infidelity in this partnership? Because it does seem here that he's keeping things from you. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Shanice Taurus and the Leo twin flame. Anything else coming forward? All right, so let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know for this connection?
He was saying the relationship never happened, and no, you mentioned I am serene for him. Did you mention that?
Sorry?
She said, no, you mentioned I am serene for him. Did you mention that? No? Like during the meeting?
Yes.
Okay,
Like
so
peace. Yes.
this.
Oh, I got you. Okay, got you. Yes, you represent the serenity, the peace. Exactly. For your Leo twin flame, yes. Look at this. Okay, so look at these cards. We have the Hierophant, commitment, okay? 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Temperance, High Priestess, and the 8 of Pentacles. I mean, my goodness. So, even though you guys are not in communication right now, which can sometimes occur for twin flames, it can happen for any type of connection, but I feel, based off of what's coming through here, it's hard to not see that you guys can still ultimately get back together. 10 of Cups. I mean, these 3 right here could be an indication that someday, regardless of what's going on between you and your twin right now, you guys can still build a life together through commitment, through happiness. I mean, this right here, love, marriage, family, happily ever after, dreams coming true, marriage, partnership, mutual attraction. Those are all the keywords for each one of these cards together. It really creates and paints this beautiful storyline for you and your twin flame. So it's going to require some time here to see how this all unfolds, I believe, because we've got the Temperance card. Who knows? It could be around Sagittarius season when there will either be communication or some form of interaction from your Leo twin flame here. It's going to take time. So just try to not freak out that you guys aren't together right now. And this is another one of those situations, since you're coming in as the divine feminine, your intuition plays a huge role here, so you got to trust that. And as long as you're both on the same page, willing to put in the work to make this happen, then it can happen. But it looks ultimately pretty good as far as the direction that you guys are going. I feel the love is certainly still here. The intentions, it's showing us that there's a possibility for marriage here. Okay, so that looks pretty good. That is the direction that we're going there. All right, so there you go. I hope that helps you out. Ooh, tickle in my throat. So anyway, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And so stick around next Wednesday and Thursday, where we will have more live streams. And I'm losing my voice. All right, we're going to wrap it up before I sound even more ridiculous. Thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in. Oh, I sound crazy.
Thank you, guys.
Woo. Thank you. All right, see you guys later. I sound ridiculous. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Whew. See you guys later. I sound so crazy. All right. See you guys next time. Oh my God, totally losing my voice.